Hello everybody, welcome to Advonics. This is a very important session where we are going to understand the steps to set up the environment for Spring application development. It will give you an opportunity to understand how the environment is set to develop your first Spring applications. And later you can dig down into the other details or others third-party software integration with Spring, like different ORM tools, login tools, security tools. But in this session, we will mainly concentrate on the basic configuration and setup that is required to start a Spring-based application. I guess you are ready to start the configuration environment setting, and you are eagerly waiting to get your hands dirty. And that's the real excitement for coding and development, and hope you will enjoy this session with me. So let's have a look at what we are trying to cover in this session. First, we will try to understand the purpose of the session. Then we will check what is the Spring environment, what does it mean. Then we will check the softwares that needs to be downloaded. Then we will see how those softwares can be installed and configured. And then we will take a look at the two most widely used build automation tools known as Maven and Gradle. Maven and Gradle doesn't have any relation with Spring, but we will check how they work and how they can be integrated with Spring framework. And lastly, we will have a QA session where you will get a chance to test your knowledge, what you have learned in this session. Now let us see what is the purpose of the session. The purpose of the session is to guide you through the steps to set up the development environment and help you to understand what configuration is required to run a Spring application. So at the end of the session, hopefully you'll be able to understand what is the minimal requirement for a Spring environment, what needs to be set up, what needs to be configured, and how they are configured. And you'll be confident to modify those changes and configuration as per your need. Now, what is a Spring environment? Spring environment is nothing but a combination of different software packages, tools, libraries that support a Spring-based application development. So it's a combination of all those required tools, software packages, libraries, jars, and any third-party tool which may be required for your specific application development. Now let us see what are the softwares that requires to be downloaded and configured for running a Spring application. First software is JDK, which is a Java development kit. We'll be using version 6 and above. The link is given below for download different versions of JDK. The second one is Eclipse IDE. We'll be using Eclipse to develop the project. Any other IDE can also be used. As you know, a Java program can be written in simple text editor also, but we'll be taking help of an IDE to develop projects in a good way. So apart from Eclipse, you can use NetBeans, IntelliJ, or any other standard IDEs. But for the time being, we'll be concentrating on Eclipse. The third one is a Apache Tomcat web server. That's basically to run Spring-based applications, which are basically web-based applications. Any other web server or application servers will also do. You can use any application servers like WebLogic, WebSphere, JBoss, or any other standard application server. But for the time being, in our session, we'll be concentrating on Apache Tomcat. And lastly, we'll be showing how the Spring libraries can be downloaded, how they can be configured. There are two links provided here. One is to download the Spring libraries, and the second link is for downloading the common logging libraries. Spring has a dependency on common login, so we also need to download those things. And next we will be checking how those softwares can be configured to make the environment ready. Now let's start with the JDK. Just click on the link. It will open the download page from the Oracle website. There we will see different versions of JDKs are available. Just click on download, and it will open different versions of JDK GREs available. You can take any of this based on your system configuration, be it a 64-bit or 32-bit. Download the exe. First accept the license, then download the required exe, whatever is suitable for your system. We'll be downloading JDK version 6 for our application. So once that software is downloaded, just keep it in a single folder as a repository for all your software, so that you can later use the single point of repository for executing and installing different softwares. As you see that we have downloaded JDK 6 here. Once you run the exe file, it will follow some steps and finally download or install the JDK. As you can see, we have downloaded the JDK file into C, and then if you go to the program files, we have downloaded the JDK, installed the JDK here. So this is the enter package. Within bin you will see all the runtime things, like for compiling Java programs, for running Java programs, all these things are there. So once the JDK is installed, there are two things you need to perform. One is to set the environment variable, where you need to set the path till the bin directory. Just go to control or computer, right click on it, select properties. Now go to advanced system settings. It will open environment variable links. Click on environment variables. There you will see a path which is known as path system variable. Just click on edit and add the path of JDK. As I have added this path to the system path variable so that it can take effect. Now I am closing that thing. You just need to add the path where you have installed the JDK. Now once the system variable is set, to test it, open a command prompt and then type the command java -version. It will show the JDK version 1.6.0_45, and it will set the also you the 64-bit server, runtime environment, everything in detail. So once you see this message on the command prompt, then you can understand that your JDK has been installed successfully. Now close this thing, and next your JDK is installed successfully. Now we will consider downloading Eclipse IDE. Just click on the link mentioned on the slide. It will directly open the download page of Eclipse. You can see that different versions of Eclipse are available, like Oxygen, Neon, Mars, Luna, Kepler, Juno, Indigo, and some more. So for the time being, we'll be using Eclipse. You can select any other packages as per your need. We'll be downloading IDE for Java EE developers. And again, you can see the 64-bit or 32-bit links are here. So you can select 32-bit or 64-bit as per your need. Just to download this and keep it in a single folder, as I have kept it here into software download library. This is my Eclipse Indigo, and this is my Eclipse setup. If you want to open Eclipse IDE, just click on this thing. It will ask for a workspace. Workspace is nothing but a repository of your projects. As I have selected my workspace as users under Kaushik, and this is my workspace where all the Eclipse projects are there. So you can select any workspace of your choice. Just open Eclipse, double click on the exe file. It will open this window. This is the Eclipse setup. And you can see the projects are listed on the left hand side, left hand pan. You can just keep on adding multiple projects here. So your Eclipse setup is also complete. Now we will take a look at the third software, which is known as Apache Tomcat Web Server. Click on the link. It will just open the download page of application web servers, Tomcat web servers. You can see on the left there are multiple versions available for download, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can just download any version. For the time being, we'll be using 6 version. You can download the zip file, or you can just download the Windows Service Installer package. If you download the installer package, it would be a bit easier to install the software. and you can also download the zip file and then unzip it into any folder. So as I have downloaded both of these things, I can show you how it has worked. So once you should keep it in a single folder. Now this is my Apache Tomcat which I have created or downloaded from a zip file. This is the bin folder where you will get the startup.bat or shutdown.bat to start or stop your application server, or sorry, the web server. Or you can also download the application exe and then install it manually. So once you install it, it will show you on the right side as the monitor Tomcat. You will get this icon on the menu. Just click on this icon and click on yes. Then you will see the Tomcat version is installed here. You just need to click on this. Now you can set whether you want to start it manually or you can start it automatically. I have configured it manually, and then you just click on start. It will run the web server, and if you want to stop it, you can just click on the stop button. So for the timing, let's keep it started. Now to test whether this application web server, Tomcat web server, is working fine or not, you just need to open the URL localhost :8080. By default, Tomcat runs on 8080 port. So once you just run the 8080 port, just a minute, let me open this page. You will see there is a window which will show you that the Tomcat has been installed successfully. It will show you the home page. This is the home page, and also the Catalina home is already pointed. So your web server is working perfectly fine. Now the last one is the Spring files, Spring libraries, and the commons, Apache common libraries. There are two links mentioned for this. One is for the Spring libraries, Spring jar files. Just click on any link. You will see the release, different versions are available. You can select any version. As you have selected the latest version of 4.0, you can then click on the login pages to download the commons login packages. You can download any login packages, and in the similar way, just keep it inside the commons login for the jar path, and for the Spring extract, keep it in a single path. This is the Spring extract that I have downloaded. We need all these packages in jars. Have to put it into the project lib folder to run the application. And so this is all the softwares that we need to download and install. Once you download the Spring jars and the login files, just go to your project directory. Just open any project file. You can see that the web content is having a web-inf. Click on web-inf. Click on the lib folder. Then you will see all the common logins and the jar files or Spring jars are mentioned there. So once we create our own project, we will be adding the jar files into that project, and it will start working perfectly. And the next and the last part is the Eclipse and Tomcat integration. You can also run the Tomcat separately, or you can install or integrate Tomcat from Eclipse version only. So that we will show in the next slide. Like, just go to Windows, then go to Preferences, click on the server, runtime environment. Here you can see the Tomcat. You can add other versions of Tomcat also. As I have added Tomcat 6, it is visible here, and this is also showing on the server page. You can start the Tomcat from here, or you can stop it here. You can also start from this icon. The console is also there to show the errors and other logs. So that's the basic setup of a Spring framework, which contains JDK, Tomcat, Eclipse IDE, Spring libraries, and lastly the integration with Tomcat.